troubleshooting the VLOOKUP errors that we didn't do, and the how to use the offset in scroll chart that we didn't do. Then in date and time functions, I think we have done everything in date and time. Then in formula based formatting, that also is done. Dynamic array formulas is also done. So we left the topics in the lookup reference only. So first we'll see how to insert a map. Like how to, we did till here last time. This XLOOKUP is, we filled all these things, but only we left this one. See, this
Ma'am,
is
your screen is not visible.
so, I'm presenting the screen. You just
I can't see,
refresh,
ma'am.
refresh.
I'll join again.
Mm.
Yes, how now I can see.
Mm. So in the XLOOKUP, we didn't induce the map here. You can see we have filled the other tabs here, but we didn't fill the map because at that time I had not updated my this thing. So it is very simple. Just go to insert. Here you will see the maps. So filled map we can insert here. It will take some time. No, sorry. First we have to select the entire this thing. Call it according to which table you want to insert map, that you have to select first. So I will select my GDP chart. According to that, I insert the map. Then if I give, yeah, see, the chart has been inserted. So you can resize your chart based upon your size, your workbook size. So if you, only this much is this, only this much we had to do. So if you click on China, this has to dynamically move. See, just highlighting Brazil, China, you can see. Then if I click on, if I give Germany, it will take some time to change this. Maybe how about India? So you can see India. It takes some time to change. See, now it has changed it to India. So it depends upon the speed of your internet. It will change slowly, slowly. So this is how you'll do. And in the scroll chart, here we have to combine the offset. We have to combine the offset and insert a chart here. So what I'll say. remove this. So let's see what we can do to create a chart here. Like, unlike most people I have ever seen an Excel, go ahead and open up the section. Like we have here scroll chart. So, and our goal here is going to be to create a chart with dynamic data reference. And we are going to do that using the offset function. And the goal is going to be create a chart that we can zoom and scroll to change the view of data that we are looking at. So we are going to step beyond the static charts that 99% of Excel users are out there using. So a little bit of housekeeping items. The first is that we are going to use scroll bars, and to do that you need to insert them using the insert tab. So you should be having a developer option. So if you don't have, just go to this and see more commands, and here customize ribbon. So here you'll be having developer. If you don't have, this will be unchecked. It will be like this. Just try to check it and say okay. So you will see the developer one, and here in the insert you can go with the scroll bar. Okay, so what I'll say, insert scroll bar, and to give the scroll bar of this length. Okay, so this will be a little bit different in Excel 2010, and honestly just Google it and make sure you have your developer tab activated. So I'm in developer. I'm going to go to the insert button and find this and found that scroll bar from control click, and then drag it one next to the scroll line. Okay, and the exact same thing I have to do with my zoom index also. What I'll go to insert, I'll click on this. I will, so this is how you will have. So these the identical scroll bars I have done. So now we are going to do is added what those charts. So I'm going to right click the first one. So I have to format it now. I'll say format control here. Like what is the size of the each axis? Like if you scroll, the chart will be having. Let me go to paint. So mm, so chart will be something like this. So this index will be there now, 0, 1, 2, 3. So what index you want to give, that you have to mention. Okay, so I'll say minimum value 0, maximum value I want to scroll up to 6, and page change, same thing. And cell link, to which link, to which cell you want to link this index. I want to link with the scroll index. If I give it here 5, then it should go to the 5th tab, like that. Okay, so I'll say cell link, I'll say scroll index D16, and okay. And in the same way, I'll come here, format control. I'll maximum value, I'll give it as 6. Up to 6, we can zoom it. That is the this thing. So cell link here, I'll give it as this one. So If you see, okay, if you see, if I click on this, it is moving to the right side. So if you want to know the what is the value at some sort of zoom, if I just click on scroll, it should give me that. So if you just click through, you will see that they are linked to the cell values in D16 and D17. So this is step one. And step two is going to be to work with some named arrays that are going to be our chart data reference. So I'm going to go into formulas, and there we have name manager, and this is my fielding name. So I think I have already created it. I'll delete it. Okay. I'll insert a new named array now. I'll say scroll index. So here I'll say just going to refer the this thing. Okay. Then zoom index we have to create. On this it will refer only this cell value. Okay. Now we'll create another name manager. So name manager is we are giving some name to that cell reference. So for D16, I'm giving a scroll index and zoom index so that we can use that name manager or named array in our this thing formulas. So next is I've created two new named arrays. So this is where I got my scroll index and zoom index. The next piece that I need is the dynamic array that's going to feed into my chart. And I'm going to need at least two of these on for my x values, which are the months, and for my y values, which will be the start with the plotting impressions. If you wanted to plot both impressions and clicks, we would need two named arrays for each series of y values. Now let's start with the x value. So I'll say x values. Now note exactly same name with the same capitalization and lowercase letters because we have to give that x values in the chart. So I'm using capital X and then a lowercase v. So my x values are going to refer to a formula, and that formula is going to be an offset. Offset. So type offset, and my x values live in column B. So my reference or starting point will be B3. And then remember the second piece of the offset function, which was how many rows down do you want to move. It's a little trickier now because we don't have the helper box or kind of guiding for us. So it's a kind of wildest thing. So we are on our own here. So we need to remember how the offset formula is built. So in any case, the second piece is how many rows down, and that depends on what the value of the scroll bar. So I'll say ints which lives. So answer the 16, which is tied to the scroll index named array. So I'll say scroll index. Second, in this case, my x values in my months only live in column B, so I don't want to move any columns over at all. So when I type 0 there, the next piece is going to be the height of the array that I want to return. So this dependent on the zoom scroll bar. So whatever value the zoom scroll bar has, output into D. That I want to look at any given view, either crunch it down or listen. So that's just going to be my zoom index named array. And then last but not the least, the width of my reference is just going to be 1 because it's one column wide. So I'll say one column. Close the parenthesis and hit OK. And that's the, and now I'll create a new named array for y values. So here also offset. So my starting point will be C3, then scroll index, then 0, then zoom index, then 1. Same thing. Okay. Now I created an x values array and a y values array along with my this thing. So when I go ahead and close out of the name, and the last piece that I need to do is populate this chart area. So now I'll insert a chart now. You can see, you can go with this chart. So here I will click on right click, select data, and then I'll say add. So series name, impression. So this is like the legend series, means vertical series, that it is. So series name, impressions, the y value is this entire. So it has to scroll these entire values of impressions. Okay. Or otherwise you can give like this also, scroll chart, and give y values. What named array we have given there, that only you can give. Okay. Now I'll add for x values also. Say yourself, you can say x values. I'll say months. You can say x values. Okay. Something went wrong. Again, I'll go to select data. Hmm, something went wrong. Delete, 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 cut it. So insert charts. Select data. Okay, then again we add months. So you can see we have here month, we have here impression. So if you scroll down, in values, delete it, give x values. Okay, okay. So see, now if you changing the scroll index, it is dynamically changing. And if you give the zoom index, means this is month. So like this, you can insert a chart. And the next topic which we left was troubleshooting VLOOKUP. See, there is nothing here in this. It is just to address if any what to do if we get any error. So there is some error here. I'll show you what's going on here. You will actually see that there are multiple instances of certain player keys here. So we saw, I think. So if we did this, we removed the duplicates and all. Now we did this. See, we are not having any duplicates. So nothing. So this is also done. Now I'll see another topic is there called macros that we have to cover. It is just a 15 minutes topic. So what is Excel macro? In this tutorial we'll be talking about macros used in Excel and also the wish how to use it. So what is Excel macro? You do certain daily tasks and daily reports or monthly reports that you generate, and you use data from your Excel and your scrub data, and you basically have the same things performed or done on the Excel sheets every time and every day, or monthly or bi-weekly, or any number of times that you open your Excel. You remove certain columns, you add certain things, and you change certain values, and these are the things that you do n number of times on an Excel, and this can all be done by simple automated way, which is macros. So what it does is it is a set of tasks that you can execute as many number of times as you want. When you create a macro, basically what it does is it will record all your mouse clicks and keystrokes. Basically, if for example you have your monthly accounts report that is there, and it comes every day, and you have to put it and extract certain data and remove certain columns that you do every time that you open that sheet. For instance, you remove that column I, which has the absolute values of your accounts or the sheets that you have, and you remove that column and you edit some names. You add such things every time that you open that report, and then you format it in a proper way and send it to your management. So this can all be done in a simple running script called macros. So what you do is you record those mouse clicks and keystrokes and record a macro for it, save it, and next time, tomorrow when you come, you just run that macros, and this will do everything for you, and you do not have to do that same tedious task every day. So this is basically a set of code or a task that you can execute and automate, and which can be done a number of times. So it makes your life easy now. So next thing is how you actually activate the macros in your Excel. It's a simple tab that you need to add in the ribbon section, which will be showing you across, and this will enable the macros on your Excel. So you go to, so to have macros in your Excel, what to do is let me have a new worksheet. Okay. In the file, you will be having no options. More, yeah, options. Here you will be having customize ribbon, and then you need to customize the ribbon. Click customize ribbon, and then there is a developer tab which you see here. It should be activated, which is, so you can see it should be activated or enabled. Click on the tick mark and just click OK, and this will enable the macros. So now you have your data, and you can run macros or record a macro and run it over on your Excel. So how you record a macro is the next thing. So here what is there means, let me let me, so this is let's assume this is a work order sheet that I receive on daily basis. So assume this is a work order sheet that I receive on daily basis. Okay, so what I do is now, and how you record a macro, you have a certain set of tasks that you do, and this report has so many things that are obsolete, which you do not need, which has to be put across to your management or your for your use. So how you could record or start a macro? You go to the developer tab. So you go to the developer tab and start recording a macro. So if you click on macros here, as soon as you click on the record macro button, okay, so here we are not getting, you just go to view, here you go to macros, here say record macro, then you have to give the macro a name, that is, you can give you can just give data work, work what macro name is it, and give macro 1, and then shortcut key will give control G or uh, control L will give, so that if you press control L it will work. So we'll create a shortcut key for that. Now we'll give OK. So our macros is getting recorded, if you see here. So it will start recording your keystrokes on the mouse and mouse clicks, and you can save that and run it as a script in the next sheet that you do. So this is the sheet that I have, and we will try to run a macros on this and see what it does. So here I have, this actually works this way. So it is recording whatever I'm doing. My mostly so in the sheet I have to remove some columns, and the columns that are obsolete and the data that looks weird here should be removed, and all the what I need is the work order number. So I'll remove RBI, HR, those things, HR, let it be. I'll remove this, delete, and work order. So those things I'll remove. These things also will remove. I'll say cut, delete. So I'll make these changes and send it across to the accounts team. So what I do is I simply automate this by running a macro. So I go to, let's see how it records the macro. So it's recording now. Let's wait for a few minutes. Let's see. Now what I do, I make some changes. I'll format the this thing, font size. So what I'll say to change it to red. So I don't want these, so some of this column also I don't want, so I'll say delete. So that's it. This is a task that I perform every day, and I still don't need this. And I go to the developer tab and click stop recording, or views you can go, you can say stop recording. So now I have the macro. So in one simple click, and how I execute in another sheet. So I will show it across to you how we can do it in another sheet. Next thing here is I have to so what I'll do, uh, consider again I have got this huge data. Again I have to do the same formatting. I have to delete some columns, I have to make it red border, I have to again change some formatting. So instead of doing once again, just I'll go macros, view macros. I have macro one. If I just press run, so you can see it is doing. So whatever I did last time, it is doing. So it will take some. So see, before we were having. Let's see. I'll do once again. If you're not, I'll see Control C, and I'll say, and I'll paste it. And see now you don't have any. We don't have red borders. We have all the columns. But now what I'll say, I'll go to view. I'll say view macros, and I will ask to run this macro. So you can see just change it to red. So like this you can automate your task. So if you have to do the same task every morning, every day, and you are fed up of doing all those things, and you can record that macro and do it. Okay, so now what you can do, you can go to view macros and you can go to edit. So here you can see, you can, like, instead of recording the visuals what you do on your excel, you can code also, you can write code for that. So this is how you will write the code, but it is very hard to understand, so people always go with the live recording of the macros. So now if you want, I'll take insert module. So I can write a new module also. It will start from sub. If you want, you can see here. So where is my this thing? View macros. So, so see, it starts from sub. Then you have to give the name of your macro. That is my previous one. Sub. I will give uh, first macro. First macro. You can see end sub. So if you want to display anything, so what I'll say, if you want to display any uh, uh, a greeting to someone, if you run that macro, it should give you the greeting. So what I'll say, message box. So if any text has to be written, you have to give in double inverted comma, tell that hello, very good morning, very good morning, have a nice day. So it should give me this text box. So then you can save this. can see we have here. So if you run it, so you can see some subbar function is not defined to see. Mhm. Oh, sorry. I have to give message box. I have given MGS box. It should be MST box. Okay. So now let me go to run macros. So run. Mhm. What happened? So now here you can run. So you can see, hello, very good morning. Have a nice day. It is giving the greeting for you. So this is how you can write a code, but coding in the macros is very difficult. It is very difficult to learn the things, like no one will learn, so they will always record what they do on daily basis, and then they'll execute the same thing. So I'm uh, pretty much sure that all the topics are covered: macros, creating the charts, creating the salary reports, inserting the histogram charts, offset, index, whatever is there, it is all everything done. So I recommend you to, like, it takes every day, if you want to revise the recording each and every day. So till now we have done, I think, 35 we have 35 to 40 recordings, I guess. So it will take some time. So go through it, each and everything. So if you have any doubt where you feel that you did not understand any topic, or you feel that that is not done, then you can ping me. So if you think that I won't reply, you can ask the Raj sir. So I'll make it sure that I'll address your doubts. So, but don't worry, everything is covered. Whatever is given in the syllabus, the macros, creating the salary reports, dashboards, creating the maps, creating the scroll chart, scroll bar. So this is it. Yeah.